God, that's crazy. Yeah. Bad weather. Do not go to Sargent, Texas right now. The wind is crazy. Crazy.
Yes, those are my kiddos, standing in the middle of a coastal storm like they own the damn weather. They're calm, confident, narrating the chaos like it's a regular Tuesday. I happened to just watch this back and just laughed. And then I got real quiet because, in some ways, they're right. That's what I've spent 25 years trying to teach grown adults to do: how to stand in something hard, not fall apart, and how to name what's happening without letting it swallow you whole. And my children, my lovely children, just walked outside and did it for fun. And yes, that is something I'm still working on. This summer, we drove to the coast. Sounds simple, but it wasn't. Not because anything went wrong, because I almost talked myself out of it again. See, I've spent the last 25 years being a world class expert at postponing my own life. And I help other people get out of their own way, but that's really the irony about me. There's always a reason to wait. Wait until it slows down. Wait until we've knocked out more debt. Wait until the hubs retires. Wait until the kids get older. Wait until after. What are we waiting for now? I've been living in the waiting room of my own life for longer than I probably want to admit it. This trip was not an afterthought. This was now, on purpose, with my whole chest sticking out. That's what building a different life looks like. Not a vision board, not a rebrand, just a regular Tuesday where you get in the car and you go. The coast doesn't give a damn about your plans. We watched a whole storm roll through in under an hour, dramatic as hell, and then gone like it never even fucking happened. I've been in a season like that, shedding an identity I wore for a really long time. The botanical brand, the clinical face, the version of me that stayed in one lane because that's what made sense to other people. That woman did real work, and I'm not necessarily throwing her away, but she wasn't the whole story. She was never the whole story. And I spent a lot of years pretending she was enough because it was easier than explaining the rest of her. You know what I kept thinking watching the sky flip? We exhaust ourselves trying to control stuff that is not ours to control in the first place. The storm is going to come, the identity is going to shift. The life you thought you were building is going to look different at 45 than it did at 30. You can fight it or you can stand in the middle of it like my kids gave the weather report off the cuff.
I cannot believe that. And it's like, I think there might be something on this one. And I'm like,
this thing is like 4 feet. We're gonna need a bigger boat. We gotta get him up.
And then there was the fish. What you're looking at is a 54-inch, 35-pound alligator gar. Ancient fish, prehistoric actually. Been on this earth a lot longer than most of us. And we sat there and waited for the thing. Nobody talks about how much fishing is just nothing. You set the line, you do your part, and then you sit there and you wait. And you wait. And you wait for something wild to decide that it's ready. I'm a projector in human design. And if you didn't know what that means, here's the short version of that. I'm literally not built to force things. I'm designed to wait for the right moment, the right invitation, to hold my energy until something actually calls for it, which is a beautiful thing if you know that about yourself. And the thing that pissed me off the most is trying to live in this world and people call you crazy for it. In a profession that rewards burning yourself down to the ground, in a culture that has made a god out of hustle and a villain out of rest. I spent years ignoring what I was actually built for, trying to keep up with people who aren't even wired like me. That's what it looks like when you stop forcing and you're actually ready when the moment shows up. 25 years, y'all. That fish didn't stand a chance. The rest of it looks like this. We wore our shirts, we caught fish, we ate too much food. The kids argued about absolutely nothing with full passion of people who had never paid a bill in their life. And in between all of it, I kept coming back to the same thought. This is what building in public actually looks like. Not a photo shoot, not a launch, us on the coast in our shirts, figuring it out. We've got a printing and apparel company, 1020 Quartermaster. That's what we're building while the hubs is still working and I'm still putting in full days at my job. And while the kids are home, loud and expensive, because that's what they are. It's not clean and it's not ahead of schedule, but we show up. We caught a prehistoric fish. We stood in a storm. We drove home different than the way we drove out. And I'm calling that a win. Full stop, no explanation. We are building something different this summer, and I want you to watch. Not because I have it all figured out, because I absolutely do not, but because I am tired of the version of success that only shows up after all the messy parts are edited out. I am a therapist. I am a clinical supervisor. I'm a business owner. I'm an LEO wife. I'm a mother. I'm a woman who is genuinely, actively, and loudly trying to build a different life on purpose. Not a better version of the old one, but a different one. One that actually fits who I am right now. Not the person who is professionally trained to be me. Not the one who is easiest for everyone else to consume. And not the one who could be explained in a single bio line. If you are a helper who's been running on fumes and calling it dedication, this is for you. If you are in the waiting room of your own life and you're just tired of waiting, this is for you. If you got a version of yourself that wants more and you keep shutting them out because the timing's not right, let me tell you, the timing is never going to be right, and you already know that. We're going to the coast more. We're building something real. We're telling the truth about all the parts, the good parts, the bad parts, the hard parts, and the parts that nobody wants to talk about or post anyway. And apparently, we're going to be doing it in matching shirts. So, hey y'all, it's Shawna. Welcome to Building a Different Life on Purpose. Everything you need is linked in the description below.